What's going on, guys? Today I'm just going to be showing, for those people who don't know how to hook up amplifiers inside your home or house, pretty much how to do it. Okay, one way to do it. If you have a computer power supply that you don't use, say you have an old computer, like me, I used to be really into computers. I would build them, destroy them, build them, destroy them some more. So I have several of these laying around. Now, everyone has one. It's basically what you plug into the back of your computer for the power. It's got the fan on it, the red switch to switch the voltage. Alright, basically what you're going to want to do, rip it out of the computer. Most people who are watching this video know what a power supply is and will know how to rip it out. So maybe I'll make a separate video if you don't know how to, but pretty simple. Okay, I have all this taped up here because this is stuff you're not going to use. Like the 6 pins and all the other pins and stuff, if you can see them right there. I have all the ones taped up that I don't need, because you only need about, I only use 2 strands for each. Now yellow is positive on the power supply wiring, and black is obviously going to be your ground. So what I did was I grabbed basically just ones-off pins here, and I would cut the pins off of them and use the yellow wires. See, there's more yellow wires going into the black. But I didn't really need that many, so I was like, you know what, I'm only going to use 2. This is my power supply just for hooking up amplifiers. This is like the one that I use because it's already made. This one, I know I don't need this. You're going to want to find a green and a black wire. And basically what the green does is tells the power supply to turn on. So this is basically like its remote. Some power supplies have it, some don't. But you're going to want to find this. I would electrical tape it on. Mine's not. I just have it out like this, and I just know to make sure to, you know, keep it away. Even though I should have it electrical tape. So, yeah, just make sure you do that. Okay, let's go ahead and get down to it. Like I said earlier, you're going to find pins like these. I forget what these are called, because I haven't been into computer stuff so long, what that kind of pin is exactly called. But you're going to find the yellow and the black. Like I said, yellow's positive, black is ground, or negative, however you want to say it. Okay? Now this red wire I have coming off of the positive lead, don't worry about that, we'll get to that later. I'll explain that later. Alright, so I'm going to set my amplifier down right now. And I'm going to point you guys towards the inputs on my amplifier. And to furthermore help you guys out, I'm also going to provide you guys a light source. Okay. So let's go ahead and turn the light on. And light, turn on any day. Okay. So there we go. As you can see, you can't really read the lettering. The name's a little dirty. But the left side, this one, it's gonna be a, I can't even see. That's the ground. Left is ground. Remote, right there, the little one. Positive or power, right there. And then you got your fuses. That's normal, you know, everyone knows that on an amplifier, which are actually upside down. Go figure. And then I got my speaker terminals right here. I was actually repairing this amplifier because I had a bad MOSFET, which I happen to have another amplifier that has good ones, and I ripped it off of that one. Okay, so let's get to wiring it. Now you guys know where everything's at, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit towards that one. Okay. Ready up, camera. Alright, so now that you guys know the basics of where it is, I'm going to go ahead and explain it. First one, ground. Everyone knows how to just do that. So, you're going to take the black, well, like I said, the ground, the two grounds I had put together, and just go ahead and put it in the first slot of the amplifier. And just for clearing it up, make sure it's, you know, there's not too much wire hanging off, or enough to cause any damage. So just make sure you got the black plastic coating. Just no strands hanging off, because that's always bad. Okay. Now for the remote. I'm gonna explain to you why I have the jumper coming off of the power. Now here you go. I have my power. It's not plugged in yet. Then I have this red wire running off my power. You're gonna plug this into your remote, which is going to tell the amp to turn on as soon as the power supply turns on. Basically all it really needs is just the power supply going to the remote. You can jump right off the positive. It's not a big deal. It's totally safe, so there's no problem there. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug the positive jumper in, and make sure you're doing this when your power supply is off, because if it's not off, then that could strike some hazards. But yeah, so let's go ahead and plug this in. Alright, our jumper's in. Now let's go ahead and plug in the positive. Not a big deal. You guys know how to unscrew something and stick a wire in it, you know, and then screw it back in. Okay, make sure everything's tight. There's no connections touching each other. You know, positive's not hopping your negative somehow. It's obviously not going to happen. So that's basically how you do it. And just for proof, to make sure that you guys know that it's working, I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. And when I do so, you'll see a green light come on. So, confirmation. Here is the 3-pin coming off the power supply, obviously. I'm going to plug it in 3, 2, 1. Power supply kicked on. Green light on the amplifier is on. So, there you go. There's no red light. You know, it's all working. The amplifier's on. The fan's kicked on. Everything's working. So, that's basically how you do it. Jesus. Okay. This is the instructional video. Next video, I'm going to be showing you guys my home stereo woofers, which you'll actually, for the people that are really into car audio, have seen this before. This is the speaker they use at the SPL tournaments and stuff. Mecca and DB Drag and what all that other stuff is. I've never been to one before. But this is the speakers they use. So, I'm going to show you guys the woofers on some free air. They're 8 ohms, obviously. They don't come in 4 ohms. The MTX Thunder Series home audio, or, you know, can be used for, you know, events and stuff. They're pretty loud. They get pretty loud with these horns and stuff. So, yeah. Alright. Next video. Hope it helped, guys. If you guys have any questions about anything, power supplies, how to get them out, how to use them, how to set your power supply up to actually use one, like how mine's set up. I have my own power supply for that. I don't know if you guys can see in there, right next, underneath that 6x9 picture is our power supply. I have power supplies all over the place just because I use them so much. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave a comment. If it helped, leave the thumbs up. So yeah, that's basically how you set it up. Alright guys, hope you guys have a good day. Peace.